Some pre-draft news to report. The Spurs are getting better already. They're planning a deal to acquire Richard Jefferson in a trade with the Bucks. For the Bucks, the deal was essentially a salary dump. They acquired Bruce Bowen, Kurt Thomas, and Fabricio Oberto, all of whom bring expiring contracts to Milwaukee. Jefferson averaged just under 20 points a game last season. Here are the parts on paper. The deal would end the Bruce Bowen era in San Antonio. He won 3 rings with the Spurs. Jefferson, who just turned 29, makes the Spurs a lot more athletic and dynamic offensively. And the Bucks, of course, can clear a ton of cap room for the summer of 2010. J.A., how important was it for the Spurs to upgrade this summer?
Well, if they want to keep pace with the Lakers in the Western Conference, they needed more offensive firepower. And the old trio of Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili was enough. Now you do add another 20-point-per-game scorer. You add another athlete as well in Richard Jefferson. But for the Milwaukee Bucks, it's a matter of salary. Now they can afford to maybe keep their team intact. They save $6 million in the near future. That can afford them to have a shot at re-signing Ramon Sessions and Charlie Villanueva. Also, when it comes to trade deadline time next year, expect the Bucks to be very active. They'll have those attractive assets, expiring contracts.
That's right. If you're a Bucks fan, you can be patient for a year. It seems like a great deal on both ends. How does Jefferson change the Spurs immediately?
First off, he gives them depth. Manu Ginobili has been battling injuries the last couple of seasons, and they really don't like him in the starting lineup. So now here comes another starter. As J.A. mentioned, a 20-point scorer. He also shot 40% from the three-point line, which he could spread the court along with Tim Duncan. And here's a guy that's played in the NBA Finals 2 times, so he understands winning. I think it's a very good move for the Spurs. So if you're one of the other guys on that roster that have value, hope you're not an owner of your home. Hope you're renting or leasing because your phone may be ringing soon.
You know, even at 29, Jefferson actually makes the Spurs a little younger as well, given who went out the door.